everyone, and welcome to Jurassic World. Let me take a moment to welcome you guys back to a new season of Beyond the Gates. Now, the last time we were here, I talked about how the shelf in the back had a few dinosaurs that were kind of on their way. I ordered a few things. Now, this year, I kind of overloaded that shelf back there, but now it's finally looking decent. I now have the young T-Rex to go with the adult T-Rex. Now, these are the two T-Rex figures from the original 93 toy line. Although I can't remember if the toy line was released in 92 out ahead of the film, but regardless, there is the Legacy figure from Mattel. It is a throwback to this figure here. And then I got the Lego Jurassic World T-Rex. And then I got the Rebirth T-Rex. And then I got a figure of Rexy herself with all of her battle scars from over the year. Now, my favorite part of the shelf, on the very top here, we have the Buck and the Joe and Junior from the Lost World. So all in all, it's come together. I'm really happy about, how it turned out. Looks great. That really has nothing to do with the videos we're going to be watching today, but I thought it was fun to just kind of point it out. It's been a while since I've done anything figure related. I do have this. I was able to snag this on eBay. It's an advent calendar for Christmas. This will be its own separate video because I don't think I've done anything Christmas related in this playlist yet, so that'll be nice. All right, without further ado, let's jump into some Beyond the Gates.
What's up, Jurassic World fans? Welcome to a new season of Beyond the Gates Creator Edition. My name is Jason Michael, and on today's episode, we're going to be taking a look at the Jurassic World Legacy Collection Reimagined Electronic Real Feel Indominus Rex. I'll also be taking you through a toy photography setup, but before we get to that, let's look at the key features on this new version of the Indominus Rex. The Indominus Rex is showcased in this really cool reimagined color scheme.
Why the red? Yeah, I was never really a big fan of when the figures have paint schemes that go, away from the movies. And two, I don't really like how the arms stand out. It's almost like they weren't painted at all. They're way too white. The shoulder doesn't blend too well into this. It's weird because the Jurassic World figures have come a long way, from the original Jurassic Park toys in the 90s through the Hasbro era of the early 2000s, all the way to what Mattel's doing now. Ironically enough, I've never seen a good Indominus figure. Now, I have this figure here. I've shown this off on my channel many times. This is not officially licensed Jurassic World or Park merch. I think this was called a Berserker Rex on the package. I bought that years ago on eBay for an arm and a leg. But with these Mattel Indominus figures, I'm really just not a fan. Sorry. Just don't think they look that good.
The Indominus Rex has chomp and reveal action, real feel texture, opposable tail, and roaring sounds. For a size comparison, I've used the Chopper Chase Pack from the September 2024 episode of Beyond the Gates. So here's the Indominus Rex scaled with the Legacy Reimagined Chopper Chase Pack Atrociraptor, ACU Pilot, and Helicopter. And now let's get to our toy photography setup. In order to create the scene, I like to match the foreground image with a digital background. Here you see me placing little shrubs in place in order to match the image on the background. For this setup, I wanted to create a chase scene where the Indominus is hunting down the Atrociraptor and being followed by the ACU pilot in his chopper.
I really do like that background, though.
In order to add a little bit more to the sun rays that are on the digital backdrop, I used canned fog to enhance that morning mist. And here's our final image. The
Looks
Jurassic
good.
World Legacy Collection Reimagined Electronic Real Feel Indominus Rex is available for pre-order at Target.com.
Hey Jurassic World fans, I'm Mitch from Mitchell Wu Toy Photography. Today I'm unleashing two massive dinos from Mattel's Jurassic World Hammond collection, starting with the fearsome Spinosaurus. This massive Spinosaurus, true to Jurassic Park 3, is the largest carnivore in the Hammond collection at over 25 inches long. With 17 points of articulation, it's built for action, with opposable tail and jaws that open wide, then even wider. Add opposable tongue, and lifelike.
Is this the first figure who had opposable tongue? It might be. I think the red is a little too red, but again, I hate to nitpick these things. I love the glass eye. I wish that the Hammond collection was more accessible. It's funny because this year, ever since this figure was announced, I have seen this sucker advertised everywhere. I keep getting ads for it on Instagram. I keep getting ads for it on YouTube. I keep seeing people post about it on Threads. This has probably been the most advertised figure, at least in my algorithm and my feeds. It's a really good figure. I love it. Again, I don't really want to start a whole toy collection for Jurassic, but again, I'm tempted. It took me a long time to get that shelf in the background the way I wanted. And if I had the space and I wanted to do the big shelf like I was trying to do earlier this year, then this will definitely be one of the figures I go after. The only problem is if you don't buy these figures brand new when they're first released, you're going to end up paying 2 to 3 times, if not 4 to 5 times what they were initially worth on eBay. It's absolutely ridiculous. And what's funny, earlier this year, when I bought that young T-Rex figure for my shelf, I think I did a offer on eBay. I don't ever do the bidding. I gave up on bidding years and years and years ago. I either do buy it now or I make an offer. And I want to say I bought it outright instead of doing the offer. And the next day, the guy gives me a complete refund and says, "Oh, I sold it on another website." Then why did you have it on eBay? I had to hunt down another one. And it really made me mad too, because the one I bought came with the little rubber piece, the stopper that goes in the dino wound, whatever it's called. And now I got to buy an aftermarket piece to replace. It was a whole thing. It made me mad.
Like glass eyes, and you've got the perfect figure for play or dynamic toy photography. Now let's check out one of the most famous dinos in the park, the Stegosaurus. This Stegosaurus features its iconic armored plates and spiked tail for a distinctive look.
Agamizer.
With 15 points of articulation, glass eyes, and opposable tail, it offers incredible playability. For this episode, I'm taking the dinosaurs into the wild where I can imagine them roaming millions of years ago. Let's find an amazing spot to tell our story. Alright, I found the perfect spot. Let's get to work. I'll place the Stegosaurus on this rock, as if it wandered from the herd for a drink. Meanwhile, the Spinosaurus lurks in the river, looking for its next meal. Let's amp up the action with some dynamic water effects. I'll stream some water from its jaws to emphasize the moment it emerges to attack. And I'll create some splashes around the Spinosaurus to show it bursting from the river. Okay, that was a blast. Let's check out our final image. Create your own Jurassic adventures with these incredible figures. Pre-order now, exclusively at Target.com.
Welcome to Jurassic World's Beyond the Gates Creator Edition. My name is Neems, host of Jurassic Your World. A new era is born. In this episode, we're unleashing not one, not two, but 3 Jurassic World Rebirth reveals. The super colossal Mosasaurus,
I just realized they did away with the opening cinematic of Rexy walking out from the jungle and roaring. I guess they don't do that for Creator Edition. It's fine. It's fine. It was a little thing. It's fine.
Spinosaurus danger set, and the Titanosaurus. I'll also be creating 3 scenes inspired by the Jurassic World Rebirth trailer with these awesome figures. To start things off, we have the super colossal Mosasaurus, and this figure is big and features a content accurate design from Jurassic World Rebirth. This figure measures at 36 inches long with posable fins and jaw. I love the paint and individual teeth details along its giant mouth. The jaws open 35 degrees wide for dino eating action. Unlatch the stomach to release the prey and start all over again. For the super colossal Mosasaurus shot, I'm heading to the beach to give the illusion of the Mosasaurus jumping out of the...
You know, I just happened to think, and I may have mentioned this before in the past, are there any other toy lines out there that go through the links that the Jurassic franchise goes to make their figures look as good as they do? Again, I think I mentioned this before, but when I was a kid, we had the most generic dinosaur toys. They were just these rubbery, plasticky pieces of crap. You know, they really weren't good. And then Jurassic Park came onto the scene, and to this day, I still think that 93 Kenner Jurassic Park figure is probably one of the best, you know, T-Rex figures of all time. I really like the Rebirth figure that came out, you know, this year or last year or whenever, but, and I've seen people make fun of the clown feet figures too over the years, but I don't know. Something, even the Hammond collection aside, even just the standard run-of-the-mill, you know, one-off Jurassic figures that you pick up at like a Walmart or whatever, they're still more highly detailed than I think we give them credit for.
The water, just like in the movie. I'm going to use this location as our backdrop. And here's the final photo for the super colossal Mosasaurus. Next up, I am so excited to reveal that Dr. Henry Loomis and Zora Bennett are both included in the Spinosaurus danger set, along with an all-new Spinosaurus figure featuring exclusive coloring. This set also includes a DNA extractor, flare gun, and a storage case. The posable human figures have an uncanny likeness to their on-screen characters, and Dr. Henry Loomis is even wearing his sleek little glasses. I love that these figures are exclusively wearing different outfits than the mainline figures, which is awesome. For this scene, we're gonna go for a darker and moody shot, set at night with lens flares and smoke to give it a haunting vibe. I want to try to match the blue and red smoke seen in the trailer. As we set up the shot with lights and fog spray, I want to take a closer look at the Spinosaurus and the distinct fin coloration on its back.
They did a really good job with this, with the paint job here. I also really like the fact that the teeth are sharp. And because that's another thing. Over the years, a lot of the Jurassic Park toys, a lot of the animals have had these like blunt, gangly, weird teeth. And with the Rebirth figures forward, the teeth really look good.
And how the teeth look razor sharp, but are
See?
super play.
He mentioned it immediately.
And here's the final photo for the Spinosaurus danger set. Our third reveal is the Titanosaurus. This figure lives up to its name, measuring at 60 inches long and 28 inches tall. With a movie-accurate design featuring gray tones and striking orange details, you can bring home the first species we see in the Jurassic World Rebirth trailer for your own adventure. I was able to find a location with long grass, just like in the film, and I'm going to recreate that moment with these incredible figures. I'll then add in an accurate backdrop on the computer. And here's a final photo featuring the Titanosaurus. Mattel's Jurassic.
You're just too good. He's too good. He's too good. I love his visual style, and I love the detail that he puts into all of his into his photography. He's just too good.
World Rebirth Super Colossal Mosasaurus, Spinosaurus Danger Set, and the Titanosaurus are available for pre-order on Target.com right now. Be sure to check out Jurassic World Rebirth only in theaters this July.
Hello Jurassic World fans, and welcome to another episode of Beyond the Gates Creator Edition. My name is Jason Young, also known as Work More or Less, and I'm excited to reveal the all-new Jurassic Park Velociraptor Trilogy set, now available for pre-order on Target.
I really like this set for a multitude of reasons. Number one, first and foremost, is that it focuses on the original trilogy and its raptors. You know, I love raptors, but you don't see packaging for the Lost World ever under any circumstance. The same for Jurassic Park 3. I can't tell you when's the last time I saw these logos or that whole steel metal motif that they had going for Jurassic Park 3 during that era. I haven't seen that on any packaging or any of the promotional materials, probably since those movies were new. Like, we moved into like this weird blue era where everything was blue for Jurassic World. And I guess they kind of kept some of the like metal steel motif going for Jurassic World, but the packaging alone, it's weird. I'm like a cat. Why do I love this cardboard box so much? It's just a cardboard box. I also love the fact that the original like sunset orange glow is back. I love it. I love it so much. And you have a raptor for each era. I miss the Lost World raptors so much. They were so unique, and we've never seen anything like them. Of course, the original Jurassic Park raptors were very brown and basic, you know, raptors. And then we really got into a whole different breed, it looks like, of raptors with green eyes and the tiger coloring. And they seemed way more vicious and overall threatening in the Lost World. Of course, that may have just been because of the filmmaking. You know, they were trying to ramp it up. But the raptors in Jurassic Park 3 were a completely different universe of raptor. They came across as more intelligent. They came across as more deliberate and less like ravenous dog-like, you know. They had the streak down their from their eye down their neck, their back, that would later be carried over into blue, which has become one of the more iconic raptors for the series. And then you have the quills, of course. This is good. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to pause and talk for this long, but I had to.
Target.com. Later we'll get creative and bring these velociraptors to life through toy photography and 2D animation. But first, let's unbox this incredible set. This raptor pack is ready for play right out of the box. Not only do you get all 3 velociraptors from the original Jurassic Park trilogy, but each has its own unique attack action play feature.
Oh, really?
Collectors who like to display will appreciate the content-accurate design, deco, and articulation. As an animator, I wanted to bring their story to life.
I want his shirt. That is a really cool shirt. I want that shirt.
As an animated motion comic, utilizing toy photography. With the story complete, I used my camera and captured each of the storyboard panels using the Velociraptor action figures and handmade dioramas. I then placed all the shots into a comic book layout I designed and added subtle motion effects, making each panel more dynamic and immersive. And here is the final animation.
That is so cool.
The Jurassic Park Velociraptor Trilogy set.
It's funny because at the time of recording this, we just rolled over into our channelversary. We went from year 8 into year 9, and I've run out of Metroid games to play on the channel. So I took a look at the Metroid manga that was released, and it's nothing as good as what he's done here. But I tried to go in and add. I overlaid music throughout the reading so that it gives it a little something extra, and it's not just me sitting in silence. But I also tried to add sound effects here and there to make it to give it a little oomph. I'm really proud how those turned out. They're not motion comics or anything, but I tried to add just a tad, just a little something.
Is available for pre-order on Target.com.
Hey Jurassic World fans, hold on to your butts, because on today's episode of Beyond the Gates Creator Edition, we're going to be tapping directly into your nostalgia. We're going to be celebrating the 1993 film Jurassic Park with the Jurassic World Little People Collector's Set featuring Dr. Alan Grant, Dr. Ian Malcolm, and a posable T-Rex. I'll also be creating a toy photo recreating the iconic scene from the 1993 film, but before we get to that, let's break down this new set. The Jurassic World Little People Collector's Set includes Dr. Alan Grant with a terrified look on his face as if he were being chased by a T-Rex. The set includes Dr. Ian Malcolm also holding his red flare. And lastly, the set includes the first ever Little People Collector posable T-Rex. The set is a must-have for any collector. As a father, it's also a great set for me to introduce Jurassic Park to my 2-year-old daughter until she's old enough to watch the film for the first time. And now here are some accessories I'm going to be using for my toy.
I've never heard of the Little People figures. Yeah, it's kind of like toddler preschool. It's cool, but I definitely think it's a little like below collectors and like people my age. He's using the original fences that came with the compound from the 90s. I don't see these used as much anymore. And it probably has a lot to do with the fact that they're hard to come by. I kind of still wish I had mine, if I'm being completely honest. I'm pretty sure at this point you can find like remakes of them, like aftermarket ones that people have molded. Of course, 3D printing has taken off and become such a phenomenon that you could probably make them yourself at this point.
Toy photography setup. I found these fences, but as you know, the T-Rex busts through them and therefore there has to be broken ones. What I did is I took some cardboard straws, spray painted them, broke them, and then after that I'm going to include them on the gates. Here's our setup. Now with the gate setup, I'm placing greenery in order to build the scene. I really wanted to capture the iconic scene from the 1993 film where both Dr. Alan Grant and Dr. Ian Malcolm tried to distract the escaped T-Rex. So here's what the setup looks like. As you've seen in my first Beyond the Gates episode, I like to create practical rain in my photos using a garden pump and canned fog. And here's our final image. The Jurassic World Little People Collector Set featuring Dr. Alan Grant, Dr. Ian Malcolm, and T-Rex is available for
That's Rexy.
pre-order exclusively at Target.com.
Welcome back, Jurassic World fans. I'm Mitch from Mitchell Wu Toy Photography, and this is Beyond the Gates Creator Edition. Today I'm unleashing 2 fearsome dinosaurs from Mattel's Jurassic World Retro Reimagined 2-pack.
Interesting paint job on both of these figures. What's with the red on the Giganotosaurus's neck?
Let's take a closer look. This 2-pack contains a Giganotosaurus and a Therizinosaurus, 2 iconic species from Jurassic World Dominion, reimagined with retro styling and coloring to give them a unique look. You're going to love the dual display options this packaging provides. The sculpt designs stay true to the Jurassic World Dominion characters, while the color deco draws inspiration from 90s toy lines. At over 21 inches long, this Giganotosaurus has a fierce chomp and roar feature, real feel texture, posable tail, and it can swallow mini dinosaurs. The posable joints are perfect for imaginative play and creative toy photography. Each dinosaur includes a code to scan under their foot for fun digital games and more in the free Jurassic World Play app. At more than 12 inches long, the Therizinosaurus has a...
I've never really looked into the app. I noticed some of my figures back there on my shelf have that code on them for scanning. And of course, some of the Jurassic figures have, they'll like push a button on their back or something and this little chip pops out. I've never really scanned them. I've never really looked into the apps to see what any of that's about. So if you're curious, you'll have to look that up because I know nothing about it. Also, at the time of recording this, the final season of Jurassic World Chaos Theory, the follow-up series to Camp Cretaceous, has come and gone. So bittersweet. We get to see the conclusion of this long-running story, but at the same time, I'm gonna miss those kids, watch them grow up, and I'm gonna miss them. I definitely think that last season is kind of what Dominion should have been. Dominion, obviously, in my personal opinion, being the weakest out of the entire series of films. I hate that I don't like it. I was going to say I hate that I hate it, but I don't hate it. It's just my least favorite out of the set. And that bothers me that I don't like it as much as I want to like it. But from a filmmaking perspective, it's really just not that good. But as a Jurassic fan, I kind of overlook that. I hand wave a lot. And it's funny because when I watch the movie, you kind of get the impression that the Therizinosaurus is blind, I want to say, in its right eye. But when you're watching Chaos Theory, it comes across as just completely blind in both eyes, and that didn't really come across to me in Dominion. I thought that I thought it had one good eye. Apparently it's completely blind, and they don't really give an explanation. They don't mention it. It's just kind of something that you have to pick up on while looking at it on screen. And if it weren't for Chaos Theory, I probably wouldn't have known that it was a fully blind animal. That's the kind of things that you need to explain,
Fierce claw slashing attack, throwback coloring, and posable joints. For this episode, I'm taking these two dinosaurs into the wild of my own backyard. I'm looking for the perfect location to bring an epic dinosaur battle to life. This is the spot. Let's go. I've got the Therizinosaurus supported by wire as if leaping off the rock, and I'll place the angry Giganotosaurus here in the stream. Now let's bring this scene to life by creating some splashes under the Giganotosaurus. And let's blast some dirt and debris under the Therizinosaurus as if it's being kicked up as it leaps off the rock. Create your own Jurassic World adventures with these spectacular figures. Pre-order now exclusively at Target.com.
Welcome back to another episode of Beyond the Gates Creator Edition. I'm Jax from Plastic Action, and today is extra special because we're going to be featuring 3 Hammond Collection dinosaurs, and I'm going to do my best to bring them to life using stop motion animation. Let's kick it off with the Ornitholestes and Musaurus, both featuring at least 15 points of articulation, a wired posable tail, and lifelike eyes. The Ornitholestes comes with a set of swappable claws, so we can get this carnivore into a perfect attack stance.
Orno what? Now we're getting into some obscure dinosaurs that I don't know anything about.
The Musaurus comes with an extra set of feet for poses in an upright position, a tribute to this species that frequently walked on its hind legs. The Sinoceratops is the latest large species dinosaur from the Hammond Collection and comes with an alternate battle-damaged horn and open mouth so you can recreate that unforgettable kiss scene from Fallen Kingdom. Before we animate, I need to attach these figures to a stop-motion rig so that the dinos don't move in between frames during my shoot. Now that the figures are secure, let's start animating.
He's got a whole rig. I love that. Green and everything, so you can green screen it out. That is cool. Now, again, this is one of the few times where I don't mind stop motion animation. I don't like stop motion animation in film, but for little projects like this, it's totally fine.
To create the illusion of movement, the figures are moved in tiny increments in between photos, so when the sequence of photos are played back, it looks as if the dinosaurs are actually moving on its own. Once I'm done animating, I import the footage into my editing software to remove the support rigs and replace the blue screen with the background image. Adding sound effects is the finishing touch that brings these toys to life. I captured 128 photos and stitched them together to create this animation. You can pre-order these Hammond Collection dinosaurs exclusively on Target.com.
Hello, Jurassic World fans, and welcome to another episode of Beyond the Gates Creator Edition. My name's Jason, also known as Work More or Less, and I'm excited to reveal two of the latest offerings from the Jurassic World Legacy Collection Reimagined line. The Real Feel Triceratops and the Real Feel Velociraptor in Moto Pursuit Pack, now available for pre-order on Target.com. As I bring these figures to life through toy photography, I'll also give you some tips that you can try when photographing your own Jurassic World figures. But first, let's check out these toys. The Real Feel Velociraptor and Moto Pursuit Pack is ready to ride right out of the box. You get two reimagined Velociraptors, which are the smallest Real Feel dinos in the reimagined line to date, plus Owen Grady in pursuit gear, complete
I didn't realize that was Owen Grady.
with a motorbike equipped for wrangling raptors. The Real Feel Triceratops brings back the nostalgia with its retro-inspired deco and roaring sound effects. The realistic skin texture
It's squishy. Yeah, I like the old school color scheme on these figures because they kind of get wildly out of control with Jurassic World Forward. I like these old school colors.
works great on a figure this size. So now, let's start shooting. My first tip is experiment with camera angles. I've decided to use a low camera angle to make the dinos feel larger and make the scene feel more dynamic. My second tip is take multiple shots. Capturing a few extra frames gives you more flexibility, so you can make adjustments, experiment a little, and land on the best possible result. And my final tip for toy photography is have fun and keep collecting. These Jurassic World Legacy Collection Reimagined figures are available for pre-order on Target.com.
Welcome to Jurassic World's Beyond the Gates Creator Edition. My name is Nima, aka Neems, host of Jurassic Your World. Just when you thought your collections couldn't get any better, Mattel's all-new Jurassic World Gigantic Thrashers have arrived. Survival is everything, and these all-new figures are evolving and mutating to adapt to this all-new era.
I'm so excited to reveal the all-new Jurassic World Gigantic Thrashers Gorgas.
Whoa. Hey, that's a weird looking Stegosaurus. That thing is gnarly. Look at the Thagomisers. They're weird and they got that Pikachu tail going on.
And Stegosaurus.
Later in this episode, I'll be staging the ultimate dinosaur battle with these brand new figures and photographing it for a Jurassic World Gigantic Thrashers Battle for Survival poster.
First up is the Jurassic World Gigantic Thrashers Gorgosaurus.
This figure stands at 14 inches long, sculpted with incredible detail, texture, and authentic deco that brings this armored giant to life. Activate the side button and unleash a spinning tail attack with evolving.
Okay, that's probably the most unrealistic thing I've seen out of the entire toy line, and I'm the entire toy line ever. How does that work?
Spikes. The back button triggers a sideways chomp and expanding armor plates. It's so cool how the spikes raise as the mouth opens. I love the new Jurassic World survival packaging for these figures as well. Next up, we have the Jurassic World Gigantic Thrashers Stegosaurus. This figure is 14 inches long and features a really unique and evolved deco that embodies the new survival theme and makes a perfect addition to your collection. This figure includes two dramatic attack motions, plus an evolution feature. The side button activates a dramatic tail side swipe attack, and the back button triggers an upward swiping attack, plus tail plate expansion for offensive power. Since we're already outdoors, I'm going to use these rocks as a backdrop for our Jurassic World Gigantic Thrashers poster. I need a really great shot of the dinosaurs facing off for battle. I'll use fog spray, wind, and extra dirt to make the shot look more dynamic. I'll add in the photos from our shoot and edit them into a layout I put together featuring the species names and more. Here's our final poster design.
Mattel's all-new Jurassic World Gigantic Thrashers Gorgosaurus and Stegosaurus are available for pre-order on Target.com right now.
All right, folks, that is another season of Beyond the Gates wrapped up nicely. We'll put a bow on it. like I said, I don't think any of, I think out of all the figures they showed today, the Indominus again is probably my least favorite. I haven't really seen an Indominus figure from the official toy line that I like. It is what it is. My second least favorite will probably be the last two we looked at. They don't look anything like Jurassic Park or Jurassic World figures. They look like a completely different series. But aside from that, I liked everything we saw today. These are really good content creators. I think all of them are on Instagram, if I'm not mistaken. You can go over and check them out and give them a follow. I don't know if they'll do Beyond the Gates again next year. I have no way of knowing until they just show up on their YouTube channel. You can find all these videos on the official Jurassic World YouTube channel. And I'm sure they'll keep making toys for years and years to come, as long as the Jurassic series is profitable. Of course, in Hollywood, you know how it goes. We've been very fortunate up to this point not to have a complete and total hard reboot. We've been able to keep one continuous story, which I'm pretty happy about. But I have to imagine that once it falls off and these films no longer make any money, they'll probably try and reboot it at some point, at which point my soul will completely die and leave my body. But what can you do? I hope you guys enjoyed today's video and today's episode. I've been sitting on these clips for months and months, just waiting for them to release all of them so that I could do it in one long stretch. Back when I was first doing this, the first attempt I made at the Jurassic World playlist on my channel, I was trying to review each one of these Beyond the Gates episodes individually, and since they're so short, at like a minute or so, it was hard to fill an entire episode with content. I rambled like a lunatic. So it's definitely better just sitting on them and waiting for them all to be released and doing it this way. It's for the best, trust me. That's going to do it for me for today. Thank you guys so much for being here. Stay tuned for more Jurassic World content coming up in the next few months. I got a lot on my plate, so bear with me if there's gaps. All right. See you, folks.